Alright guys, welcome to this episode of From the Pages of WWF Magazine. I'm Anthony, this is Collectors Entertainment Network, and this week we're going to finish out 1996 with the December 1996 issue of WWF Magazine with Sycho Sid on the cover. But before we get into that, guys, I'd like to ask you, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I'd love to have you back. Please comment down below. Let me know your WWF Magazine memories. Also, guys, please share this video with anyone you think may like it as well. And also, guys, give this video a like, because that helps a lot, too. All right, guys, we're finishing off 1996. Another year in the books. Here on From the Pages of WWF Magazine, we've got the December 1996 issue with Sycho Sid on the cover. So, let's get into the pages. Alright guys, here is the December 1996 issue of WWF Magazine with Sycho Sid on the cover. Now you can see this cardboard here. So I mentioned before I had about half of the 96 magazines, maybe even more. Some I had to get from eBay recently, and this was one of the ones I got from eBay recently. And when it came, it was the person who it came from, I guess, their last issue. Now I want to do this without, because their address is on there, so let's cover that up. But this is what the thing looked like when you were down to, I guess, your last issue. And again, I don't want to give away anyone's name and address, so we're gonna open it up, and there you go. There is Sycho Sid again on the cover. All right, Sycho Sid, friend or foe? Answer to be determined at Survivor Series, and the truth behind Bret's return up here at the top. Alright, let's open it up, and we've got a new Coliseum video ad, different than the past like 3 or 4 issues. Here is Stuff Your Stockings, 3 great deals. In your house, music videos, as well as some other, you got Shawn Michaels. Can't really see what that says, but something matches. And it looks like confirmed hits or something like that. Yeah, some are $39.95, some are $19.95, some are $29.95. All right, here is your table of contents. Let's keep on going. And like every month, we've got Can You Guess the Superstar? Guys, jump down in the comments below. Let me know who you think this superstar is. And also your fan fanatics. Got girl looking like she's Bret the Hitman Hart, and obviously one who's a Shawn Michaels fan. So they're even pitting the fans against each other in WWF Magazine. All right, questions, comments, and gossip. You've got someone sent in a Hitman picture and an Undertaker picture, and you've got letters, emails, faxes. Good stuff. That was the 90s. It was the end of the old way and the beginning of the new way. Rookies to Legends, heroes of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. You got a bunch of people here. You got the Valiant Brothers, Pat Patterson, Killer Kowalski, Baron Mikhail Skyluna, whatever, Vincent J. McMahon, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and Captain Lou Albano. Alright, The Bite by Vic Venom. Looks like it has something to do with Jim Ross. Here, of course, is your Subscribe to WWF Magazine card. But there's a good old JR right there. And we've got Karate Fighters ad. I guess they're the sponsors of In Your House. Pretty cool stuff. Karate Fighters presents In Your House. Alright, here's this month's Tales from the Turnbuckle. You've got your dates that they are going to be doing house shows. We've got the Greenwich Snob finds new luxury in South Africa. We've got your quote of the month. We've got a birthday party for the Caribbean sensation Bronx Style, and more freebies. And of course, Tales from the Turnbuckle continues with Federation Television continues to be the revolutionary force. Top 5 tips. Vader's own top 5 stress-relieving tips. And it's going to be a wild reign indeed. And Sapphire in memoriam. Okay, I guess Sapphire had just recently passed. So they put a in memoriam for her. Alright, in the line of fire, target Farouk. Okay, so The interview had recently been in the line of fire, and then Target, and then the person. But for the past 2 issues, they had a 2-parter with Ahmed Johnson, and it was Beneath the Skin. So I thought maybe they changed the, the title of the interview. But here they are back to In the Line of Fire. So that's interesting stuff. Here we go again with In the Line of Fire. Look at Farouk. Like, this is obviously before the Nation. So what was this gimmick? He looks almost like a gladiator. Almost like an American gladiator. Remember the show? I don't know. What was this gimmick all about? This was obviously before, and can't be much before, the Nation domination. Alright. The WWF On America Online. 50 free hours. I believe that the previous ads had all said 15 free hours. Now you're getting 50 free hours. Pretty cool. Alright, in the words of Owen Hart, slammy this. Oh, I think we saw this last issue, so I guess he's got sort of a continuing column here in WWF Magazine. Alright, here is the Pro Shop. You got a lot of Sunny stuff. You've got beach towels. You got t-shirts, obviously. Pretty cool stuff. There is the Sunny collection. And I mentioned this in previous episodes about previous issues. They don't really have the catalog per se, where it's just the same catalog, for the whole season. And it's in every issue and it's exactly the same. And it shows everybody and all the merch. They've been sort of targeting on different people. The first one I saw was Sunny, actually. Different stuff, though, than this. And then I think they had an Undertaker one, and then they had a Bret Hart one, but also had other people. And now they're back to Sunny for the Sunny collection. So that is a new way of doing it instead of just having the actual full catalog. Alright, the truth behind the return. There was never any doubt in my mind that Bret Hart was going to return to the World Wrestling Federation. There, of course, is Shawn and Bret from WrestleMania 12. And there is the Hitman right there. Alright, let's keep this going. I think the cards are coming up. It's a little harder to turn the pages when the cards are coming up. The pages want to stick to the cards. Alright, there is the Hitman. What was he doing? Was this one of his acting roles? I don't know. It's not Lonesome Dove. That was years ago. Does anybody know what this acting role is from? I'm not sure. Alright, and there he is. I think that's WrestleMania 12 after he lost the title. Alright, let's keep on going. We've got the Informer special report. Spewing venom on Venom. Okay. This is a throwback to the last issue. Not sure what this is about, but I know that was the article from the from the last issue. All right, the leader of the new revolution. You've got Brian Pillman there. Looks like 2 different images, like the multi-sides of Brian Pillman. And we keep on going. There's the article concluding, and of course personality profiles Brian Pillman, which of course means he will be this month's poster. And you get to see half of it because that also means that we've got a Sunny calendar for the next 2 months. They do it every other month, and then they show you the 2 months. All right, World Wrestling Federation back to attack the Survivor Series live on pay-per-view Sunday, November 17th. And look, Karate Fighters presents. They're presenting In Your House. They're presenting Survivor Series. And of course, here is the Sunny calendar for November and December, and along with other events and pay-per-views and birthdays of WWF superstars. But there you go, November and December Sunny calendar. And then we will see the bottom of the Brian Pillman poster. And speaking of Sunny, there you go, Raw magazine now available at newsstands everywhere. Sunny on the cover. Certainly they were putting her on a lot of stuff. A lot of magazines, a lot of merchandise. She was selling a lot. All right, and here's the Brian Pillman sort of career highlights, continued from the back side of the poster. And, of course, subscribe to WWF Magazine. It's way cool. All right, In Your House, Mind Games results. What do we got? We got Caribbean strap match, Savio Vega versus Justin Hawk Bradshaw. We've got Jose Lothario versus Jim Cornette. That's interesting. We've got Smoking Guns versus Owen Hart and the British Bulldog. We've got Mark Henry versus Jerry the King Lawler. This is the first I'm seeing. Is this the first we're seeing of Mark Henry? I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing him as of yet, but I could have missed it. But that's interesting. Alright, let's keep on going with the In Your House results. We've got a final curtain match. The Undertaker versus Goldust and Shawn Michaels versus Mankind for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. How did that end? You guys know? Let me know in the comments. In fact, if you know any of the how these matches ended, let me know. All right, there was more from that. And here we are with the cards, and it's Bret the Hitman Hart this month. You've got like that big card with him putting the sharpshooter on someone. You got him versus Diesel, and I don't know whose that is. That looks like Yokozuna, and then that actually looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Is that who that is? I don't know. All right, Bret the Hitman Hart, and then here is more of the results. Apparently, the Undertaker showed up. All right. We've got the Superstar line, guys. Don't call. I've gone over this in the previous issue where they mentioned that you've got 8 great options when you call. World Wrestling Federation Trivia, Daily Superstar Interview, Federation Adventure Game, Crowing with Cornette, Federation Challenge Game, The Ross Report, The French-Canadian Report with Ray Rougeau, and Post-Match Interviews. All right, and here's an article. Owen Hart and the British Bulldog, are they too flammable for their own fame? All right. Were they starting, was there a dissension in the ranks at this time? I don't know. Or did they just win the tag team titles? What was going on? Someone let me know what was going on with the Bulldog. Did they just win the tag team titles at the In Your House? In that, like, multi-team, was it a multi-team or was it a straight-up tag team title match? I don't know. You guys let me know. All right. We've got an ad for a comic book. And Oh Henry, the power and the passion of the world's strongest man. So, yeah, I think this looks like it's sort of, you know, his introduction. He's just coming in to the WWF at this time. But you guys let me know. Is that true? Is this his entryway? I mean, he's been around. He's not still wrestling, right? I think he's got to be retired by now, because that would be almost 30 years ago, right? I mean, we're in 2025 at the time of filming this, and this is 1996, so that would be interesting. But he definitely wrestled for a long, long time. And then there he is, more of Mark Henry. And 8 totally rad posters now available at newsstands everywhere. You got Shawn there. Again, I wonder if, you know, they had not done a posters magazine in a long time. That they brought it back now is kind of interesting. All right, Survivor Series preview. Bret Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Great match. Though I do believe their WrestleMania 13 match is even greater than that. What else we got going on? We've got Shawn Michaels, World Wrestling Federation Champion versus Sycho Sid. It's interesting that Bret and Steve, you know, Stone Cold got the first mention in the magazine. I'm surprised they did that. And what else? Oh, I guess that's it. And we got the Pro Shop for Shawn Michaels. What is he selling? He's got shirts and shorts and hats and belts. There you go. That's what they've been doing. And the Informer barred from the back. And, of course, the Travel Club. How to spot a World Wrestling Federation Travel Club member. They've got a huge membership card. That's huge, right? So that's how you spot them, I guess. All right, pin them down. We've got questions for Jake the Snake. We've got a question for British Bulldog, Jose Lothario, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And here's the Pro Shop continued, or another one, the Stocking Stuffer Collection. So they're sort of sprinkling the Pro Shop throughout the magazine instead of just having a catalog in the middle. I wonder which way does better for them. I don't know. All right, Private Eye climbing to new Wuthering Heights. Looks like Goldust versus Shawn, and it looks like I was going to say a house show, but it looks like it's an outdoor event when you have a lighting truss like that. Those are usually outdoor events because there's no roof to put lights overhead, so they have to light it from the side. Interesting. Does anybody know where this is from? I'm sure it's in the article, but you guys can jump down in the comments and let me know. All right, Scoop Sullivan, Squared Circle Superhero. Here is this month's comic strip. And there goes the neighborhood. WWF in your house for PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and DOS CD-ROM. Guys, have you ever played this game? Do you have it? Did you play it when you were a kid? Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the game. All right, so we do have the back cover, which is your Tyco radio-controlled vehicle ad. And, of course, this is also where the cardboard was, right? And here is the back cover of what the cardboard looks like. Gift giving made easy. But we're going to go back to the regular cover. And there you go, guys. There is your December 1996 issue of WWF Magazine with Sycho Sid on the cover. All right, guys, that was the December 1996 issue of WWF Magazine with Sycho Sid on the cover. Guys, again, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, please like, please comment, and please share. All those things help the channel so much, and they are so greatly appreciated. All right, guys, another year in the books here on From the Pages of WWF Magazine on Collectors Entertainment Network. We've got 1996 in the book. Pretty soon, we'll be back with the 1997 From the Pages of WWF Magazine. We're going to kick that off with the January issue with Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin on the cover. So until next time, guys, have a good one.